Welcome. This is your Wish Upon a Star lunar horoscope for Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. The moon transits the 13th mansion of the moon at 12:36 a.m. and this is using tropical astrology, and that's universal time coordinated on the 8th. That's that Tuesday on the 8th of December. Now, Luna ingresses lunar mansion number 13 during a waning half moon at 45% light. And that's very compelling if you want to do receptive magic. And we're going to teach you how you can use the lunar horoscopes and the mansions of the moon in order to do magic. Now, I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is a Readings by Rosemary angelic transmission. The Astrology Angel magical invocations which we teach should be used with all mindfulness, because we also teach horoscope prediction, and it's very powerful, and it can cause you to manifest all of the unconscious things that are you have been unaware of. So you're going to start manifesting in the physical world. You're not only going to manifest your dreams, you're going to manifest your nightmares if you don't know what you're doing. So you have to know what you're doing so you can manifest the proper thing. Because if you don't take control of it, others will. And we're going to show you why and how. And we're going to do that right now. This is for entertainment. Now, Luna will be in Virgo. And Luna will be in Virgo at 4 degrees. That's 17 minutes and 9 seconds. And again, and that's going to be from that portion of Virgo all the way until 17 degrees Virgo, 8 minutes and 34 seconds. And this is according to Abraham. Now, the star to wish upon inside the 13th mansion of the moon is named Zavijava. That's Zavijava. That's Zavi with a Z, Java, like Java, like the drink. So Zavijava, according to Christopher Warnock. Okay. Now, he reveals the name of mansion number 13 as being called Al-Awa. Agrippa reveals the name of Al-Her for the 13th mansion of the moon, meaning the dog stars or the wings of Virgo. Now, this Agrippa indicates that the barking dogs who are behind the Virgin they're in a kennel, a dog's kennel. So that's we're going to get into that in a minute, because different cultures see different things. Where one sees the wings, another sees a kennel. You know, one sees the wings of a virgin, the other sees a kennel of dogs. So understand that. And now we're going to get into that more in a minute here. Now, Zavijava is also called Beta Virginis. So the star to wish upon during this time of the 13th mansion of the moon, December 8th at 12:36 a.m. Again, this is called Zavijava, is the name of the star to wish upon, or also called Beta Virginis by some, the more scientific name, or the Greek name. And now, ask the angel of Beta Virginis, or Zavijava, who is named Jazeriel, to grant your wishes regarding matters of purposeful sexual joining together that have the essential potency to result in the conception of a child. It's a purposeful sexual union, okay? And images of couples embracing with the woman in white wax and the man in red wax will help spells for decisive procreative encounters and romance. So this is not just when you just have no point and no reason. This is for a purposeful birthing of a specific, you want a child, and you're going to do it in a specific way. And so when you have a purpose and you're not stopping your purpose, then of course you're going to be more successful. So that's what you're going to do during this mansion, okay? Now, different mansions have different reasons. This is for this mansion at this time that we mentioned on December the 8th. During the 13th mansion. Now, this is going to also have a chance with this white wax figurine of a woman and a red wax figurine of a man. And you're going to take those figurines, you're going to add magical scents or aromas, okay? And these scents and aromas you're going to add that to your talisman by perfuming the wax figurines with lignum alloys and also amber, these kinds of scents and aromas, okay, and perfumes. Now, impotence, curses placed upon a man can be dissolved with appropriate magical talismans while Luna voyages through Al-Awa, also named Al-Her. Now, sorcerers and sorceresses use images or representations of generosity and also increase or journeys, also reaping rewards, and also detainees gaining independence to manifest these things when Luna is transiting through the 13th mansion of the moon. Now, pertinent magical talismans must be created and also presented days or weeks before the moon transits through the specified lunar mansion. So if you're going to present it to yourself, that will give you the imprint, and if you're going to present it to your target audience, that will give them the imprint, okay? Now, this enables the conjurer to impregnate the archetypal or angelic realms with the desired representations before the moon physically voyages through the individual mansion chosen for manifestation of the magician's will. So again, you have to do it before so it can come down through the worlds of Absolute, and then to Bria, and then to Yetzirah, and then to Asaya. So that's king, queen, prince, princess, okay? All right. Now, according to Kabbalistic lore, Virgo, the sign of Virgo, which we said is going to be in Virgo at those coordinates, will be in Virgo. And remember, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Now, Virgo's birthstone is sapphire. And other Kabbalistic correspondences for lunar mansion number 13 are as follows. Now, the moon in Virgo. Now, the moon in Virgo creates, it provides an air of common sense in matters of love and romance and procreation. So what is your purpose? What are you doing this for? Now, planetary archangel for Luna, or the moon, is Gabriel. And Gabriel means God is my strength, power of God, and messenger of God. And also Mercury is the messenger of the gods. Now, the zodiac angel for Virgo is Hamaliel, who is the divine tone, has the divine tone in Kabbalah as I analyze. So that's for Virgo. The zodiac angel is Hamaliel, and the divine tone I analyze. Now, the tarot card for Luna, or the moon, is the High Priestess card. So the High Priestess card is what you're going to utilize for the moon, okay? So this is the pillars of Yakim and Boaz. And you see the receptive crescent moon, you see the pomegranates behind her, and you see the moon with its different phases. But this is a waning half moon, okay, for this one, for the High Priestess card. Now, in the Western array, the musical note for the moon, for the planet, the ancient planet of the moon, they called it a planet, for Luna, or the moon, is going to be the note of F, okay? So we're going to play that note for you now with our tone, okay? We have tuning forks, okay? This is for the moon, or Luna. It's F. Now this will invoke the planet of the moon. Now the tarot card used for Virgo is the Hermit card, okay? So the Hermit card is for the zodiac sign of Virgo the Virgin, okay? The Hermit. And we had mentioned that journeying, a good journey, is one of the things you can manifest during this mansion if you make a representation. So these tarot cards are making, they're not just telling you the future, they're also imprinting your subconscious with the future, okay? And this has been used by by all of the great sorcerers and sorceresses to put on theater plays in ancient Greece and Rome, and all of the theaters that we have now, and all the pictures and all the statues and all the commercials and movies and TV shows and plays and everything else, and all the things you buy that have pictures on them, all of it, all the advertisements that you see in magazines everywhere, these are let out during the lunar mansions. They're done on purpose at specific times, and it has to be ahead of the time if it's going to imprint upon you. And sometimes they may speed that up or slow that down, but this is something that if you know the lunar mansions, you can see what's going on, and you can use that to work with you. You can work with it. And if you step into this magical current, this global magical current and universal magical current, then you too can be part of something much greater than yourself. That's one of the best things about working with the lunar mansions, because they move each day, and sometimes there's 2 mansions in a day, or sometimes one mansion will last more than a day, but they move, and they go through the whole zodiac once a month, right? Okay, now in the Western array, the ancient musical note for Virgo, the sign of Virgo the Virgin, is C. Okay, so we're going to play that for you. And you can hear that musical note it will invoke Virgo. It will invoke, and if you use the Hermit card, it will also invoke that energy even more, because that's sound and that's sight. Okay. And again, you can use your talisman, and you can use the red wax of man and the white wax of woman, and you can, it shows them embracing, you can perfume your wax talisman with the lingam alloys and the amber scent. You can use amber incense or the lingam alloy scent or aroma. Okay? And you can use the other pictures that we mentioned, the images that we mentioned, if you want to bring those things into effect. There's several things that sorceresses and sorcerers use to bring these things into effect, okay? For each one of these lunar mansions. There's not just one for each one, but there's one that's a main one. And sometimes in movies there'll be several, or in a book, there'll be several images presented to you. You know, they can speak to you through description in words and writing, have you form pictures in your mind, or in a movie, or in a sitcom. But anyway, they'll have you several, or in a play, several lunar mansions in a row, in one play, or in one movie, or something like that, okay? So that's why you wonder sometimes, why are there such strange and crazy scenes in plays and movies? It's because they're trying to fit in the image for the lunar mansion. Because images that are crazy and that seem outlandish, it sticks in your mind, goes right into your mind, right into your subconscious. And when people tell you that use your logic, that's to distract your left brain, because your left brain is just noise, chattering. It's your subconscious or your right brain that the pictures are imprinted on, that manifests in your reality, okay, in your 3D reality. So since it's going to start manifesting more and more, what you want to do is make sure you're manifesting what you want, instead of letting other people force you to manifest what you don't want. At least be aware of what you're doing. And if you align the conscious with the subconscious and the right brain with the left brain, and you get your pineal gland to be in charge of the whole thing, then your pineal awareness will be something that you can manifest what you want in a way that is beneficial to you, in either a spiritual or a mundane or practical or a magical way, whichever you prefer. All right, now, so this is a very powerful form of magic. Lunar mansions work. Trust me, they work. And you want to be part of it, part of something bigger than yourself, and you also want to be able to manifest the things that you want. It's not a form of control. It's a form of just getting more into the child nature and saying what you want to your own higher self. Your id speaking to your it's really the ego will not really speak directly to the super ego. your ego has to tell your id, and then the id has to speak to the super ego in order for it to manifest. And that's the way magic works. Okay, so the child, the id, the child, has to speak to the super or the grandparent or the ancestor, the super ego, through the ego or the self or the adult self. And you can say it's psychology, you can say it's magic, but it manifests, and it manifests magically or miraculously or amazingly, however you want to say it, but it works. Okay, so this is the new direction we're going in. And we want to say that the information found in the document attached here or in this video is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. And the reference books we're using, we like to use this book, The Mansions of the Moon, and it's called A Lunar Zodiac for Astrology and Magic. And this is by Christopher Warnock, and it also has the ephemeris, the wonderful ephemeris from it's 2019 to 2033, and also we have a very important book I've had for a long time, 3 books of occult philosophy written by Henry Cornelius Agrippa, and it's a Llewellyn book, and it's by edited and annotated by Donald Tyson. I have a lot of Donald Tyson's books. I got that one first. I had it for many, many, many moons, many years. And this one I've gotten very recently. And this is for, I love this, for the lunar mansions, because specifically lunar mansions, whereas the Agrippa book has a whole bunch of stuff. But this one has the ephemeris for 2019 to 2033. And it has illustrations in it too. Like this is one of the illustrations for one of the mansions of the moon. So very important. And it's really helpful, really works good. And thank you very much for joining us. And please join us again. We're going to be doing the half moons, the waning half moon, the waxing half moon, the full moon, and the new moons, and giving you the lunar mansions and the magic to go with it. So stay tuned for that.